And we're live from my messy home office. This is like office stroke dump work can. Surrounded by boxes from technology and books, software, all sorts of stuff in here. This is kind of where I spend probably quite a lot of my day, work day at least, because obviously when I'm working from home, which at the moment is, all the time, including now, I'm just taking a 5-minute break. I'm not actually going to be in here too long. But this is where where I spend a lot of my time working during the lockdown that we've had, and with the lockdown that we're about to go into. And I'm just going to check something while I'm talking. There we go. Sorry, I can't type and think at the same time. So. Well, because as we're about to head into a new lockdown, obviously, it's again somewhere that I've not really left. I'm spending quite a number of hours here every day. I don't mind it, actually. I kind of have enjoyed doing the work from home experience, or at least it was enjoyable to begin with. It'd be nice just to maybe have one day in an office where I actually can interact with other people. What I find difficult anyway, where I've actually started new roles during this time, it's when you're in an office, you can go up to the people and say, look, right then, I'm sit at your desk and you're going to show me how to do something, or I need to show me how to do something. Generally I say, show me how to do something, please. But when you're actually stuck at home and you're talking to people virtually, it's more difficult to do that. You're not actually there. You can't go and just walk up to them every few minutes, just pull them over to your desk. It's a lot more difficult. We can do it virtually. We can use Zoom and messengers and all sorts of stuff, but not quite the same. It sometimes takes a little bit more time to get people's attention. But lo and behold, so it'd be nice to do that. But lo and behold, I've enjoyed working from home, which I kind of expected because I'd done it before, not full time, but well, actually, I did once do it full time for 3 months where I'd broke my ankle, but that was way back in around 2002, something like that, long time ago, maybe even earlier. But anyway, I'm going off topic. What I want to say was, as we head into lockdown, it's surprising just how much we rely on technology. I'm going to have a sip of my Coke. How small issues that we can have really impact that. Now, I'm sitting at my desk, so I'm actually doing a few lives lately. I think it's like a one take, isn't it? Rather than doing cut and editing. Now, I've done a few of the technology. I've showed you the webcam from the MateBook and from the MacBook. This is my desk. I actually have a Brio, so it's a 4K. I'm not sure if this is coming through at such a high res, but it's a 4K one. And I think when I say about impact technology, it's like when we last had a lockdown. I don't know if any of you experienced it, but so for some, people didn't have webcams, and actually for me, I actually had to update my webcam at that unfortunate time. But I was lucky that I could hold out a little bit because I had obviously laptop with the MacBook with one, and I didn't have the MateBook at that point. So I was actually interviewing, and I needed a webcam just every now and again. But some people obviously needed webcams every day, and what was happening was people inflated the price. So the Brio, which I have now, I got straight from Logitech for the regular price of 200-ish. I can't remember exactly because it's obviously 4K one. But during lockdown, the first lockdown, at least, people were trying to sell these for around 400. They were doubling the price. I remember I had a C910 and a C920 at one point. So I had a C910 and I sold that. I got a C920, but I got the one with Jabber, so it was C920C or B or something like that. And those were going for, like 200 plus, and it was just ridiculous pricing. And it's just, the problem is, working from home, we need this technology, and without having it, it impacts our ability to do work. The extra strain that was happening on our internet providers, for example, some people suffer more than others. I think that I'm with one of the big providers that do fibre optics in the UK. I've got a 300, just over 300 megabyte connection, I believe. They do have bigger ones now, just not in my area. But even still, this is a big one, and it still got impacted slower times during the day because people are obviously using it more. And there were a couple more issues. Though this provider does have issues from now and again. Like everyone, there was probably a couple more than, not too many, maybe one or two max, more than I would have expected. But it impacts your time and your workflow. And I actually use a laptop to connect my phone as a hotspot, and when these issues happen. And the MateBook's great for that. The MacBook works well, but it does go a little bit slower. 4G is obviously a little bit slower than fixed connection. So yeah, I just think that as we head into lockdown again in the UK, I think that people are going to again start to realise that the extra use of technology that they need, how important laptops are, webcams are. I'm waiting to see if prices increase or not. Yeah, I think looking at this, I need to declutter some of my backdrop. It's a bit busy in here, but this is the thing. You see, working from home, I have quite a lot of books through the age, having been in software development for 23 years now. Yeah. So things I've acquired over time that I've worked in projects and stuff, and then boxes of technology that need to be thrown away. I kind of tend to keep boxes. It's like, you always think, just in case I sell it on. But there's stuff like this, which is a hub that controls our heating. I don't need to keep that. But, there you go. But I think you've heard enough of me jabbering on now. I mean, what do you think about the, technology through the lockdown? Have you done a lot of work from home? Have you found that you've relied a lot on technology? Have you found it very difficult to get technology that you need? As I say, webcams were a real shortage, and in the last lockdown months ago, and people were just selling them for ridiculous prices. I actually sold a small webcam. It was one of the cheap Logitech ones. I think I don't know if it might have done 720. I'm not quite sure. And I remember I put on. I think when I bought it, I bought it in a sale for less than £10 at the time. This was a few years ago. I bought it for a specific reason, but I never used it. So it had come out of the box once. It had been put on once to test it worked, and then it had gone back in the box. Never been used since. And I thought, well, you know what? I've sent a few items. I wanted to get some money together by Brio because obviously I needed to get a new camera and I needed to get some cash together. And I thought I'll sell that. And I think that I put on eBay with a starting price of, I think it's like a tenner, about the price I paid for it with the free postage. So that 10 was the price I paid plus the postage cost. And I think in the end it went for like 3 times that because people just couldn't get hold of them, which I was surprised about because I didn't go on there to make that kind of, I just wanted to sell it for the price, at least the price I'd bought it for, but people couldn't get hold of things and they were just like spending silly amounts of money. Look at hand gel, you just couldn't get it last time and it was just going for ridiculous prices. Toilet roll, it's going that way again. Anyway, I'm going off tangent. I'm going to stop. I'm going to go now because I've been on here nearly 9 minutes. And it came on there for a couple of minutes just to kind of, it's not moan, but kind of say, are you guys finding it difficult now getting the technology and the services that you need? Pay no attention to my board. I'm just flowing through ideas. I'm understanding microservices at the moment and because I'm working with those, something I'm quite new to because I've not done microservices. So that's kind of my idea of a system I wanted to build just to play around and learn a little bit more about it. Anyway, I'm going to go. I've jabbered on, bored you enough. Time for me to head off and let you see something a little bit prettier than this office and me. Bye for now.